I was blind, but now
silence your cell phones during the service. Now I'd like to ask Chaplain Alan Sullivan, who is also Gary's brother-in-law, to share a few comments and lead us in the opening prayer.
Hello, everyone. What a beautiful reflection of love, just to represent what Gary has given for all of us. He's touched our hearts in so many unique ways, and we all know Gary loved the spotlight. And because this is a celebration for Gary and about Gary, we can be guaranteed he's here with us now. So Gary, we love you, we thank you, and brother, this day is for you.
I hope I can get through this, but I'm going to try. Thank you all for being here today to honor my dad. I never thought I would be doing this for my dad at such a young age. It doesn't seem fair when we had so many more memories to make as a family. But seeing how many people came out today to honor such an amazing person and to say their last goodbyes is truly probably the proudest moment of my life. This will be by far the hardest things I will ever have to do. I will try to honor the great man my father was with his story. Gary George Kuntz was born June 30th, 1952, to George Adam Kuntz and Lillian Magdalene Kuntz. Worked on many high-profile cases. He reestablished the Sheriff's Volunteer Group, the promotion of the Residue Deputy Program, the opening of the Valley Springs Substation, and the completion of the new county jail. Dad co-founded the nonprofit Friends of the Calaveras County Office, which he was extremely proud of. He belonged to various groups, and he was always at meetings, and he kept his promises he made during campaign. In 2013, his last grandson was born, Brody. Dad ran for sheriff again in 2014 and was re-elected in his second term. Dad was the most amazing person. I know Dad wouldn't want us to sit here and cry. We know this because he was the funniest person most of us has ever known. He was the greatest storyteller. A lot of you know these two things by his ostrich story. He was more than just the sheriff. He was someone's partner, someone's true love, someone's father, someone's grandfather, someone's son, someone's brother, uncle, and cousin. He meant so much more to us than his badge. He was the rock of our family. We are so proud of him and everything he accomplished and everything he taught us on how to live our lives and how to always give to those in need and the morals and values he instilled in us. These are the things we raise his grandchildren on as well. Dad was friends with everyone he met, greeted people with a handshake or hug. He was full of integrity, honor, love, and pride. He was the most giving person I know, and he loved Calaveras County and the people of Calaveras County. Over last week, we have heard so many stories from community members, people that we do not even know, on how Dad touched their lives or saved their lives in a time of need. He was always helping everyone. I think almost everyone in the county had his cell phone number, but that is the way he wanted it. If they needed him, he was available. Dad built a legacy and was a pillar of this community, and he was the sheriff of the people. He will live on in his children and grandchildren, and we will make him proud. We love you, Dad, so much. Not sure how we ever get over losing you, but we will honor your great life in some way every day for the rest of our lives. I won't say goodbye, Dad, but until I see you again.
Many of you knew Gary. Gary was easy to like. Gary would walk up to a complete stranger and make a very wisecrack just to get the conversation started. For those people that were a little stiff or a little quiet, he would raise that level of wisecrack until you reacted. He was not hesitant to use foul language and that wisecrack, and he was not hesitant to look you up and down and come up with a nickname for you. As many of you also know, Gary liked weird people. Not only did he like normal people, he really liked weird people. Gary would bring weird people into his office, and they would sit there for hours and tell stories about spaceships and things that most of us would not have the patience for. And I have to tell you, I really admired Gary because he would just sit there and listen and not just be quiet. He would respond, and he would engage them in conversation. It amazed most of us, and quite frankly, some of us that had an office next to him, it scared us a little bit. When I would ask him, Gary, why do you let these folks in your office? You know, I know you're short on time, and he would often tell me, Jimmy, weird people make life interesting.
Calaveras uniform personnel, order, right, face, forward, march. Right, face. Forward, march.